What you doing?
Looking.
Welcome back to our off-grid home build. I'm Jill, my partner is Charles, and we're trying to finish the interior of our yurt so we can move in by the end of this building season. In our last episode, we had just taken up our long unfinished project of grouting the tile on our circular floor. When I told a friend of mine that we were grouting today, she texted and said that she likes that part of a job because it's when you start to see the fruits of your labor and it all comes together. And looking ahead to the end of this project, I have to agree with that. But while you're actually doing it, there's kind of a lot of reasons to hate grouting. And if you've ever tried it, you'll know what we're talking about. Although maybe you're better at it than we are. One thing to hate is that you have to keep dirtying the place where you just worked, and then you clean it and it looks clean for a little while, but then it dries and it's not clean anymore, and wherever you just walked you had to go through some of the wet grout, and now you've put footprints in the part that you cleaned, and you're going to have to do it again the next time you clean it. So if you've done a tiling project before, what's one thing that you love about grouting? Or one thing that you hate about grouting? Put it in the comments below. If you've been wondering about our wildlife this spring, the birds have been coming back one by one. There's been some bluebird activity at the upper bluebird box, and the phoebes have been very busy on the back of the shed. You may remember that the robins built a nest in this box last year. The phoebes have ignored the box, and I've been putting the tripod on top of it to film their activity down here on the gutter. To be honest, I'm a little bit skeptical that the phoebes will be successful in this endeavor, as they don't seem like architectural geniuses to me. Good morning. This is day 2 of grouting, and I'm afraid morale is a little bit low at the moment because we still have an even larger section than yesterday, although hopefully this one should go a little bit easier without any blind corners and backtracking. It turns out that 700 square feet of tile is a lot of do-it-yourself tile to lay and grout. But we are in the home stretch, and everywhere that we have completed the tile, we are absolutely delighted with the final product. So this will all be over soon, and when it's finished, we'll be able to start putting things where they actually belong, which is really exciting. So Charles, what do you hate most about grouting?
Grouting.
What's the worst part?
Grouting.
So Charles, what do you hate most about grouting?
I hate mixing it, I hate spreading it, I hate cleaning it, all of it.
Well, this last section of grouting dragged on for 3 days, and Charles is now polishing up the very last section. We are so excited to move on from this project. Onward and upward. Air conditioning and kitchen cabinets coming up next. How are you feeling, Charles?
Tired.
You're not going to jump up and down for us?
I don't think I could if I wanted to.
If you're new here, welcome aboard. You might not know yet that one of my favorite things about our 30-acre property is that it backs up to public land. There's even a vernal pool nearby, and I decided to take one of our trail cameras and set it on the pool to see what might come by. Can you talk a little bit about your decision to build your own home and why you want to do almost every step of the project yourself?
Well, most of it comes down to money and quality. I mean, to have somebody build a house for you is, I mean, you're paying probably twice as much in labor as you are in materials, so it ends up costing 3 times as much. And I'm capable, so I'd rather just do it myself and save the money. But I also feel I can do a better job in most cases than most people.
There have been a few parts of the yurt build that you didn't enjoy as much, like plumbing and grouting. Can you talk a little bit about how do you feel about it after you come out the other side of it?
Well, things like grouting and plumbing, they're tedious, time-consuming, they're just not enjoyable. But they are a relatively small part of the entire build, just something I have to get through. And when they're done, they make a big difference. I feel like I did a good job and they're well done and work well, look nice, so I'm happy with it in the end.
So what parts of the build are you looking forward to that you think will be a lot more fun than grouting?
Almost all of it. Wiring is, I've always loved electrical from the time I was a kid, so I just like doing wiring. I like making electrical equipment work. I'm getting ready to do the upper cabinets. I will enjoy that.
You're turning a black wire into a green wire.
Something like that.